This is a sensational story, a sensational comeback by a true hero, Teodora Injac, that inspired all of the chess world. In this story, Teodora Injac is playing in the Women's European Championship, and at the first round, she lost in the most heartbreaking manner, in a way that you cannot come back from it. It's a very hard thing. Only chess players that experience that can understand what am I talking about. But then she won 9 games in a row in a fantastic manner and won the European Championships, Women's European Championship. Let's see what happened in this story. In the first round, Anastasia, woman FIDE master from Georgia, playing against Teodora Injac. And in this position, black is completely winning. In fact, she can mate her opponent in only 3 moves. Stop the video and see if you can find it. Black to play and mates in 3. 1, 2, 3. Of course, Teodora saw a brilliant sacrifice and brilliantly sacrificed her queen on a2, and after this, white is just checkmated. King takes a2, and next move, if you promote to queen, and she have to take, and after rook a4, it's just checkmate. Just imagine this: you can checkmate your opponent in 2 moves, but suddenly you hesitate, you don't know what to do, the time is ticking, you're in a pressure, and you just fastly move your rook to a4. I mean, this move comes without any thinking. Before the queen sacrifice, she wanted to play rook a4 check, and then she played rook a4, and now she's completely losing. After this, she's losing. She's in a losing rook endgame, and after a few moves, she just lost the game. This pawn is going to be promoted in the next move. And I mean, after this kind of loss, you cannot come back from it. You cannot recover from it. But let's see what happened. In the next round, she come up with the masterclass, with the brilliancy. This game is a brilliant game. She's playing against another woman FIDE master from Portuguese, and in this game, she's going to play pawn to c4. Let's go and watch this game. This is a masterclass. Let's see what happened. e6, knight c3, d5, and look at the way that she plays. She doesn't show her hands. She's playing like with normal moves. With e3, you're going to open up your bishop's diagonal, and after knight f6, she plays knight f3. She's not committing to d4 now. Probably I want to play b3, probably I want to play bishop b2. I want to see what are you going to do. And in this position, black plays a6, and very, very smartly she plays b3. She wants to put her bishop on the long diagonal. Let's see. Bishop to d6, bishop to b2, and knight d7, and another very good move, queen c2. With this move, this is another flexible move that white wants to. In some positions, I might just go long castle. I'm not revealing my hands. And then white plays castle. And look at this move. How about this move? Rook to g1, a fantastic move in this position. g4, g5 is coming, and white is going to crash. There will be a g7 point for these 2 pieces. They are going to connect to each other on this square. D takes c4. She replies in principled way. When your opponent is attacking on the sides, you need to break in the center. D takes c4, b takes c4, very good. And she continues based on the principles. She plays in center, but this is not the best way. She should have played pawn to b5, opening up everything, developing the bishop fastly to b7 and seize the momentum, but she plays e5, and now it comes g4. The idea is just to push. She says to her pieces, her pawns, just go forward. I'm going to checkmate. Rook e8. Black doesn't know how to respond because this is not a familiar position for her. g5, go back. She comes forward, and now bishop e2, a very, very accurate move. First of all, there is an attack on this knight. If I move knight h4, your knight has nowhere to go. But most importantly, it blocks this rook's diagonal against the king. g6, prepare this square for the knight. And now white plays another good move, castle. But black says, okay, welcome to the queen side. I'm going to crush you on the queen side. I'm going to open up the lines. Please just take. I will take back. The rook will be open. But in this kind of positions, you need to do not pay attention to your opponents at all. At all. You don't have to pay attention. Just go for your attack. It is opposite side castling. and whoever starts the attack quicker will win the game. White just go and breaks in the center. She realized this very, very strong potential on this line, and she opens up the center. B takes e4. Wrong decision. She should have played b4, but she takes, and now d takes e5. Just says, please take back. If you take back, I'll take. If you take with rook, because you cannot take with the bishop, because rook is pinning the bishop. So if you take back with rook, then I'll take on h5. Take knight to d5, and look at that position. This bishop is a monster. This knight on d5 is a monster. Black just says, no, thank you, I will not take. But then white takes this one, and look at these diagonals. Look at this open position. Black is not going to hold this position. Bishop b7 attacking the knight, but now the other knight jumps into the game. Look at these open diagonals, open files. This is the game of chess. This is game of chess that we are liking to play. Knight takes e5, rook takes d7, knight f6, e6, everything in the air. Black just says, I cannot tolerate this knight, but white just take back. Queen to e7, and now white says, go forward, sacrifices the pawn to open up the diagonal, takes back, and now another brilliancy in this position, and she sacrificed the rook in this position. Rook takes d7, another brilliant move. After queen takes, queen to e5, she removes the protector of the e5 square, and now queen h8 is coming, and queen takes c5 is coming. You cannot defend both, so she sacrificed the, not sacrificed, just gives up the bishop for one pawn, and after taking back, knight g7. But this is not the only problem. This knight is coming to d4. Okay, first she plays rook d1, queen f7, and now knight d4. And look at this. How about this? How are you going to defend this? She just plays rook b8 and says, okay, let's have some attack. If I have a chance, I will give two rooks even for this bishop. But white just threatens the queen. And now another brilliant sacrifice. A very simple one, actually. Knight takes e6. Discover check is coming, so you need to take. Bishop takes e6, and now black resigned. If you take with queen, queen g7 is checkmate. If you take with knight, queen h8 is checkmate. A beautiful game. She won this game. She won the third round, fourth round, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. And at the 7th round, I guess, she was playing against the grandmaster, Bella Khotenashvili from Georgia. And look what happened in this game. This is a position in their game. And see what you can play here. Stop the video. What are you going to do? Black, in positional terms, black is not very okay. This knight on c4 is great. But look, white just remove all of the defenders in the king side. In this position, black starts and open up the kings. 1, 2, 3, and she sacrificed the bishop. She's a very attacking player. Bishop takes g3. She realized that there is no defender for this king. She plays like Kasparov. If you play rook b2, it's a better move. You're going to protect your king. But white says, you know what? I'm just going to take it. How are you going to checkmate it? Okay, I will hide here. How are you going to defend? But there is no. She just didn't saw this g5 move. This is the move that wins the game. If this move does not exist, white was completely okay. Knight d6 was coming. But now g4 is a checkmate. If you take queen f7, just checkmate. So you cannot take. She plays knight d5. Desperately wants to sacrifice the knight. But black says, I will take it in this way. And now h5. The problem is if you come here, rook e3, and then queen takes g3 is just checkmate. So just takes. Check. Another check. And white just resigned the game. In view of that, whatever she plays, there is no defense. In here, rook f8 is checkmate. A brilliant performance. She drew her last game because she won this championship. She gained almost 20 rating. Performance of 26-39. Okay, you can argue that the field was not such a big field, but it's a very strong field. You are playing against IM, GM, WIM, IM. They are all Grandmaster International Masters, and winning 8 in a row, believe me, even for the strongest chess players in the world, is not an easy thing. And she was like an international master, and she done that after losing that first game. That first game, I cannot recover from it. I cannot. If I sacrifice my queen, and then I can't find this safe, and just here, look, she had 51 seconds, and when she played, she had 1 minute and 20 seconds. So it means that she gained 29 seconds. So she just didn't thought about anything. She just played rook a4 very fastly. And this hurts a lot. You're in a winning position in just 1 second. You played for 5 hours. 5 hours you played, and with 1 second you ruin the position. And then you're losing. And then you go home, you lost rating, everything is going wrong. When you lose a chess game, everything goes wrong in the life. But at the second round, you come up with this brilliancy. I mean, this was a, let's just review this game. This was a fantastic game. A masterclass. This rook g1, g4, then this attack. I mean, this was fantastic play. And it impressed Magnus Carlsen even. And at the other round, you're going to sacrifice your bishop like this, without any hesitation. She's sacrificing the bishop, and she comes and she checkmates her opponent. This needs character. This needs a great personality that she has. She's a true hero, and we can learn from her story. I hope you enjoyed this video. If this is the case, please write your thoughts in the comments below. I will be very glad to hear from you, and please like the videos, and you can also watch one of my other videos that I'll put the link here. And remember always to enjoy chess